Hey, you guys, Dazzling Donnie here. Welcome to Donnie's comedy channel, or excuse me, Cory always gets mad when I say that. This is Cory's comedy channel. I'm filling in for Cory. We're doing an emergency sort of video here because Cory's a little shook up right now. If you guys tuned in well, you didn't because he did a live stream and nobody showed up. I told him, I said, Cory, you got to have some thick skin here, man. You got to grow a pair and you got to be a man and grow up. So Cory, I told him, I said, to tell you what, just go ahead and take a couple days off. I just got back off a tour. I was in Wyoming. I don't know, very, 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 very cold. I had to get out of that state because it was so cold. And we're going to tell you some cold weather jokes. Very appropriate because I'm telling you, it was pretty cold there in Wyoming. So I was on tour with Tammy, why not? And I've got some friends that live back there, and they own a couple acres, and so I'm staying in Wyoming. But I'm going to tell you what, I think we saw 30, 35 below zero. And boy, I tell you what, it is cold. And Joe, I tell you what, you know what? There's a new thing called a furnace. You might want to turn it up a little bit because I'm trying to stay warm. It's in my blood now. My blood got thinned out being back there, so I'm trying to thicken the blood up. Got me some coffee. And we're going to hope that we can warm you up there with some good jokes here. So I don't want to ramble too much, but I got to tell you, there is something good for all you guys that are freezing right now. There is one good thing about 30, 35 below zero. You know what that one thing is? No mosquitoes. Ain't that right, Joe? You know, that's one thing that I don't need, that I could do without if I never see it ever again, is a mosquito. I do not like mosquitoes. I got to tell you, one of my buddies, we call him Pappy. He's getting old. He's a lot of fun, and we pick on him a lot. But let me tell you how cold it was. It was so cold that his false teeth were chattering, and they were still in the glass. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. It's going to be a good crowd. Good crowd. Now, you guys know in Wyoming now, it gets real cold there. And they're getting more crime now, too. Getting a lot of crime there in Wyoming. And I saw this with my own eyes. That's why I know it's true. I saw a police officer, and he was chasing a robber. Okay, and he told the robber, he said, "Freeze!" And he literally did. He froze just like that. I tell you what, that country in Wyoming, it gets cold. I don't know. I think it was close. Wind chill, I think it was close to 40 below. And I saw this. I'm going to tell you how cold it was. Joe, you know how cold it was? It was so cold that people were farting snowflakes. That's right. Farting snowflakes. I'm going to tell you, you know how the guy I was staying with there, my friend, he's got a couple acres out there in Wyoming. It was so cold that we actually had to climb up the chimney and chisel the smoke off the chimney. That's cold. That, let me tell you, is cold. Now, I got to tell you also, this was an accident. I was so cold, I was freezing, and I was out in the parking lot, and I accidentally, this is a true story now, I made it up myself. What I did was, I was out in the parking lot there, it was during the holidays, and I was back there on tour, and I'm out there in the parking lot, and I accidentally, brushed up against a car, and I keyed it with my nipple. That's how cold it was. My nipples were froze. Let me tell you how cold it was. Now, when we were back there, you know what we had to do? We started opening up the refrigerator to heat the house. Hey, I don't know how anybody could live in that country back there. Wyoming, I tell you what, it gets cold. We got a call at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was one of the ranchers that was out there. He called. He said, "Is Donnie over there? I wonder if he could come help me out." I said, "Help you out? I ain't coming out there. It's cold." He says, "I need you to come over." I said, "What do you need? It's 2 in the morning." He says, "Well, I need you to help me chisel my dog off the fence." That's how cold it was. Cold. When dogs when they. It's so cold they got to chisel the dogs off the fence. I think that's funny. Let me tell you what. When I was back there, it was so cold that I actually was wearing 2 pairs of pajamas. That's right. I ain't ashamed of it. Hey, when it's cold, it's cold. I got to tell you, this is how cold it was. I was out there. I was outside, and I looked down, and I saw my shadow, and it was froze to the sidewalk. What the hey? could not believe it. I could not believe that. Have a little toast here. Drink a little bit of coffee there. That warms you up there. Let me tell you how cold it was. When I was back there, I think it was one time it was 35 below zero. I had to wave a blowtorch underneath my nose just to sneeze. I mean, like, what the furry flying fox? I mean, gee whiz. I mean, it gets cold. I mean, it was so cold, when I turned on the faucet, it started pouring out ice cubes. What the heck? How could anybody live in this country? It's so cold, so cold. Anyways, guys, I hope those jokes warmed you up a little bit if you're out there in cold country. My name is Dazzling Donnie. I'm filling in for Cory. Let me tell you what, we got 2 videos are going to come up. If you want to see that video that Cory did where nobody showed up on his live stream, that was funny. Cory, if you're out there, if you're watching, you got to have thick skin, buddy, okay? Get over this. You got, be a man, grow up, okay? So I hope these jokes warmed you up a little bit. On the end screen there now, you're going to see there's going to be 2 videos, okay? One on the left is Cory's live stream where nobody showed up. If you need a good laugh, I recommend you watch that. But also on the right-hand side is, you're going to see, there's my video. It's a boxing video. A lot of you may or may not know that Donnie, you're the one and only, used to be a boxer. And so I did a boxing video, a lot of jokes on there about boxing. So I do highly recommend that you watch that if you need a laugh. Okay, so remember, you got 10 seconds once you see this end screen. And hopefully we'll see you on the next video.